Hey, what's up everybody? Dude, I know it's been a while since I made a video with my right hand. Usually it's my left hand, but today we gotta switch it up. And we're just gonna talk about, iOS 12. This isn't like, it's not supposed to be like a features video, not necessarily, but just basically my thoughts on everything about it, the come up, and basically weird situation that Apple's in right now. So honestly, just jumping right in, iOS 12 should support the iPhone 5S. And the iPhone 5S is almost kind of in the same situation that the iPhone 4S was in. There's just so many bad things involved with iOS 11 that I feel like Apple should move on. And if they leave the iPhone 5S on iOS 11, it will kind of be like, there's still like remnants of it. I feel like iOS 11 is kind of like the Windows Vista of, operating systems for Apple. So that the 5S, not even on just like a functional standpoint, but on like a branding type of standpoint, iOS 11 should not be on the iPhone 5S. It should be updated to iOS 12. And honestly, iOS 12 as a whole is a way for Apple to totally reinvent themselves. And so coming up with that, it needs to be more stable, even on the official versions. Right now I'm in a beta, but on the official versions, you'd be surprised. People are tweeting every single day about problems that they have. Even on the subreddit for iOS, there's just so many problems associated with it, it's insane. And this next part doesn't really have to go with the functionality of it, but more so just the usage, just the overall layout has stayed pretty much consistent with iOS in general. For example, here's my iPhone 2G, the first iPhone that ever came out. It's booting up, but even as soon as it comes up, you'll be able to see that it's pretty much the same layout since the first iPhone, since every other iPhone. We have the familiar screens on the front, we have the familiar apps on the front, and everything like that. Literally, it almost looks exactly the same. Of course, icons have changed and everything, but pretty much it's stayed pretty much consistent, which is sad. If you look at Android and you look how much they're developing, it's insane how much they're, rapidly just changing it. How much openness there is in Android. You can change so much within it. But on iOS, it's so locked down that I feel like sometimes going back to Android, it's not this emotional of a situation. I'm kind of getting heated about it a little bit. That's only because, if nobody gets heated about it, then obviously nobody's going to talk about it. It's just kind of weird. And it's interesting to get the discussion going a little bit more. So it'd be really cool in iOS 12 to see some more, changes that worthwhile changes. I feel like they did a lot in iOS 11 that were supposed to be features that were never really features. And honestly, they should even take away some features that happened in iOS 11 that should not be there anymore, including the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi toggle on and off. They should just have it so it fully turns off. I don't get it that if I click this, the cellular data, it doesn't just disconnect from cellular data. It totally just turns it off. So why would I want to just temporarily disable Bluetooth and Wi-Fi? It makes absolutely no sense. Or at least just put it in the settings. That way we can disable it or enable it, whoever wants to do it. Right now it's not even an option. So it's super annoying. They should have never done that. That's the worst thing Apple's ever done. I would say it's not as bad as the battery slowdown thing, but it's definitely up there. It's just so annoying. Dark mode also needs to happen, okay? It's coming to a point where Apple is doing the smart invert thing. It just makes absolutely no sense for them to do that. Now, I'm holding my iPhone 6s right now. I just had to switch it up a little bit. But the dark mode should be more than just a smart invert, okay? And I want to say something. The dark mode should at least be supported for the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 has an OLED screen. It only makes sense for it to have it. If the 7 Plus and all those other phones don't have it or don't get it, I will be sad. I'm not going to lie. But at least some iPhones support it. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to have no iPhones have an actual dark mode. Androids have been having dark modes in their system UI for so long that it makes no sense for them not to have it. It's just ridiculous. So many people are saying they want it. Why doesn't Apple just deliver, there has to be a business standpoint behind it. There's so many videos out there of iOS 12 wish lists that somebody from Apple has already seen those. I've already made 3 videos of those, right? They got so many views. But yet, we still see no improvements in that sense, It's kind of the same old in every single ways. And iOS 11 was such a step backwards from iOS 10. And Apple used to be at the forefront of creativity and being stable and all this stuff, but they're lacking extremely in creativity and just moving forward, that they're so stagnant. They keep introducing new products. It's they make really good hardware, but their software now is just so lacking. The iPhone 10 was awesome. I feel like the new MacBooks are pretty sweet. The HomePod and all that stuff, but what's the point of having all that stuff that the software sucks in? The HomePod is useless because Siri isn't capable of handling simple tasks. The Google Home is so much better. The MacBooks are awesome, but Mac OS High Sierra sucks so bad. And the iPhones are amazing. The iPhone 10 and all this stuff are so cool, but they're just stuck inside a box because they can't go any further because the software is just so lacking. And the thing is, like, they have so much time to create. They have so much time to build a software for these things. They have a year, you know, that's so much time, I feel like, you know, and they're already working on the next version of iOS. So they're working on iOS 12 now, they're working on iOS 13. They already have like a future way. They're already looking into the future. So why are they slowly releasing, you know, features and slowly releasing features and then taking them back? You know, remember when iCloud messaging, that got taken away, then added back, and then taken away again, added back? Like, it's so weird. It just makes absolutely no sense. Right now I'm on a beta, right? So it doesn't matter if it's like stable or not because it's a beta. I signed up for it, you know, it's my fault. But on the official versions, if people are having problems with it for this long, almost every single version of iOS 11 has had so many problems. And we're at the end of the life cycle for iOS 11 right now in the coming months. So it's just kind of weird what's going on. And you know what? That's pretty much where I'm going to leave it at. I said a lot I had to say. A lot of it was just off the top of my head. You know, just some stuff that I'm thinking about. If you guys agree with me or disagree with me, leave it down in the comment section below. I would love to see it. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button too. That'll mean so much. Definitely subscribe to the second channel, Lo-Fi Alpaca, and my SoundCloud as well. All the links are down in the description. Expand it. Go check out all the links and stuff. That'll mean so much to me. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.